Good afternoon, student. This is the lecture number 22 of unit number 3, that is use principle directives and controlling for implementing the plan. In the previous lecture, we have studied the motivation, types of motivation, then concept of motivations in the previous lecture. Today, we are going to study the communication and its element, types of communication, that is upward communication, downward communication, horizontal or a lateral communication. Okay. Again, this PPT also taken from or with the reference of, that is uh, Professor Praveen Pathak sir. Okay. Now the communication means what? It is a transfer of information from sender to receiver. Means there is a someone who is speaking and someone who is listening. That speaker or someone is talking and someone is listening him. Okay, that who is talking, that become the sender, and who is that listening, who is known as a receiver. Okay, the communication play a key role in the success of a manager. Suppose we are thinking about the organization. In that case, the communication, what type of communication will be developed between the subordinates, it will be the success of the manager. Effective communication require information and understanding. Suppose uh, some managers has some lack of information and understanding, there will be not effective, means there will be no effective communication will takes place between the subordinate and the supervisor. Okay, so that's why for the effective communication, information and understanding must be there. Okay, at the uh, manager. Directing abilities of a manager mainly depend upon his communication skill. Suppose the manager has to give some instruction, has to give some suggestions to the subordinate, so he must have the directing abilities. Means there will be some guidance abilities will be there. There will be some leadership abilities will be there. Okay, the communication refer to a process of exchange of ideas between persons. Communication also consists of also include the process of exchange of ideas. Means someone is giving his ideas, his opinion, his view uh, to the subordinate, that will be the referred to as a exchange of information. The successful communication cause desired changes. So there will be, if there is some successful communication takes place between the manager and subordinate, there will be desired changes will be occur in the organization. Is it the elements of a communication process? Now what are the different elements included in the effective communication? The proper sequence of element in the expanded communication model is as it will be shown in the diagram also. First element is sender, second is message, third transmission, fourth recipient, and fifth is meaning. Now someone is someone is talking some information, um, some knowledge, someone is receiving. In that case, whatever the message sent while talking, that message will be transferred through receiver by some kind of medium. Okay, आपण जे काही बोलतो ते ट्रान्सफर कसं होते, बिकॉज ऑफ द साऊंड वेव्ह, अँड साऊंड वेव्स is nothing but the channel of medium. Okay, and someone is listening that sound, that is nothing but the receiver. Okay, so we will understand in case of the uh, means communication is nothing but someone is talking and someone is listening. As we are sending the message through our mobile phone to another's mobile phone, that is also a kind of communication. Okay, in that case the person who is sending message, that he will become the sender. Then whatever the information coded in the form of text, that will be a message, and for transferring that message to the receiver, there will be a channel. That channel is nothing but it will be a messenger, Facebook messenger, it will be a WhatsApp messenger. Okay, so likewise it is nothing but the channel, and receiver will be the another phone. After after the receiving that message, the receiver will read the information, that is, and after reading he will take certain meaning from that coded information or coded text, that is nothing but the meaning. Okay, now after reading and after taking some meaning of that coded text, he will respond to that message, and it will be sent to the previous sender. Okay, so that likewise the communication will takes place. Then next, the types of communication. Here one tree diagram is given. In that tree diagram, communication based on parties involved, means how much group is involved in that communication. Then communication based on formality. Then other type of communication based on parties involve internal communication and external communication. In external communication, there is a vertical communication. Vertical communication means in that there are again two types: downward communication and upward communication. And that means here we can say that internal communication is classified into vertical communication and horizontal communication. Vertical communication classified into downward and upward communication. Okay, then next, the communication based on formality, the formal communication and informal communication. And that other types of communication involve the personal communication. Okay, the communications again on accordance with some other type, there will be a verbal and non-verbal communication. Verbal communication, that is spoken communication and written communication. Spoken means what? Someone is talking, uh, either someone is chatting, either someone is telephoning, either someone is interviewing, or either someone is doing meeting. Means what? Someone is talking face to face, that will be talking. Someone is uh, doing communication through message, through chat box, that will be chatting. Then next will be someone is telephonic, means on mobile phone we are talking, that is telephonic interview. Someone is asking the question, and the person next to him will answering the question. Then meeting, in the meeting one superior person is taking the meeting with his subordinates, that is also a type of communication, and it is nothing but the spoken communication. Then written communication, letter writing. Through letter we are sending our message to the receiver, through mail. Okay, through notes, report, advertisement is also a that is written verbal communication. Okay, non-verbal communication consists of sign, symbol, gesture, posture. Okay, it is nothing but the normal communication. uh, Here verbal communication, that is spoken and written. तर स्पोकन कम्युनिकेशनमध्ये काय येते, तर टॉक मीन्स देर इज अ टू पर्सन अँड दॅट टू पर्सन्स आर टॉकिंग विथ वन अनदर. Chatting is also a type of talking. Telephoning means what? We are talking on the mobile phone. Interview, that is someone is asking the question, and the person next to him will giving answer to the question asked by uh, the person. Okay, meeting means what? One person is giving instructions, giving some suggestions, and subordinates will receiving them. Written communication, we are sending letters, that is written communication. We are sending emails, it is also a written communication. We are sending some notes, report, that is also a written communication. We are giving advertisement in the newspaper, that is written communication. Non-verbal means by showing some sign. We have seen uh, the different sign conventions while moving or while traveling through the road. At the roadsides, there will we can see there is some speed limitations. there is petrol pump is there, there is hospital is near 30 meter ahead, okay, there is a school 100 meter ahead, okay. Likewise, some sign conventions we can observe or we have observed beside of the roads. Then symbols, gesture and posture. By doing sign convention we talk with the others, okay. That is the type of communication on the basis of the way. Then next, in organization, both formal and informal communications simultaneously take place. That is, formal communication involve order, memos, appeal, notice, circular, agenda. Means formal communication here. One diagram is shown over here, or picture is shown over here. Formal communication and informal communication. Formal means what? Some manager or some team members taking the meeting with his subordinate. There will be some proper way of sitting, there will be some proper way of talking, okay. So that's why it is a formal communication. And reverse to that, some informal communication. In informal communication, we are sitting at the canteens, we are sitting at some outside places in the garden or in our hall, okay. And there we are talking with our friends, with our family members, with our team members, okay. So that will be informal communication, means there will be some uneven topics will be discussed. But in case of formal communication, the proper agenda will be there, okay. So that will be formal communication. In formal communication, some order will be given to subordinate, some notes will be circulated, some appeals will be given, okay. Some agendas of meeting will be shared with the subordinate, okay. And memos means what? As there will be some there will be some what we can say that things happen in the organization, and for prevention some memos will be given to subordinate, okay. This is the type of formal communication. Then next, types of communication based on the uh, horizontal and vertical, that is based on the direction of flow of information, are classified as upward communication. Upward communication flows from subordinate to supervisor, which involves um, grievance residual procedure. Means what? Sometimes working on the project there is some issues will occur, and in order to sort out that issues or grievance, some redressal procedure will be there. Open door policies, that is also a way of communication from subordinate to supervisor. Then counseling attitude, questionnaires and exit interviews, means some questions will be asked on the issues taking place in the organization. That is much that is nothing but the discussion will be from subordinate to supervisor, okay. That is nothing but the upward communication. In upward communication, means from subordinate to supervisor, uh, transmission of information will takes place. Then next is downward communication, or okay. In downward communication, the message or some information will share from supervisor to subordinate. That is nothing but the downward communication. Downward communication flow from upper level to the lower level in the organization. Downward communication has five purposes, okay. What are they? To give instructions to employee regarding their jobs and specific tasks, means as the supervisor is giving some instructions to the subordinate, that is nothing regarding their jobs and specific tasks, that is the way of communication will be downward communication. To provide information about the organizational procedure and practice to new employees, means whatever the new employees will be entered into the organization, in order to give some information uh, about the organizational procedure and practices. That is the objective of downward communication. Then to explain the various procedures of a job to a new employee, means what type of procedure will be performed to do the job, to provide subordinate feedback about their job performance, means whatever the job performed by the subordinate, that job is in appropriate way, is there any problem in that job, is there any defect in that job, that will be shared by the supervisor with the subordinate to give information required by different uh, different teams and department for the achievement of the goal. Means some information given by the subordinate, means who is at the upper level, he will share some information with team members, with departmental heads for the achievements of the goal. Okay, that is nothing but the uh, downward communication. Then horizontal communication, it refers to transmission of information among the positions of the same level. Horizontal or lateral communication, it refers to transmission of information among the position of the same level, means we can say that, uh, taken the examples of the institute, in that case, that example we will take for all the types of communication. In our institute or in our college level, so principals gives instruction to the subordinate, principal gives instruction to the head of the department, and head of the department gives instruction to the faculty member, that will be downward communication. Okay, and as the some issues will be discussed by faculty members with the head of the department, and that same issues will be shared with the principal, that will be upward communication. And horizontal or lateral communication means what, we are uh, discussing with the heads of the different department, that is nothing but the lateral or horizontal communication. Means what, all the heads are at the same positions. Okay, that is nothing but the horizontal communication. Horizontal communication aid to coordinate the activities of the various department. Here the purchase manager, production manager, quality control manager, and sales manager, that all the managers will be are at the same position, and that type of communication will be a horizontal type of communication. Okay, then next, forms of communication, that is, broadly there are three forms of communication. Oral communication, okay, that is nothing but the face to face communication. In oral communication, face to face communication will be oral communication. Video conferencing, okay, video conferencing, telephone in meeting, lecture interview. Okay, so this is nothing but the uh, in meeting and lecture interview, these are the oral communication. Then next, the written communication. Written communication, a report, statement, circular, manual, handbook, letter or memo. Okay, so these are the some written communication. Face to face oral communication consists of face to face communication, presentation, that will be uh, oral communication, and written communication means what, report, statement, circular, manual, handbooks, letter or memos, that will be written communication. Then non-verbal communication consists of the sign conventions or some gestures. Okay, that will be non-verbal communication. In non-verbal communication, the expressed through the body language, facial expression, posture, gestures, eye contact, touch. Okay, the way we talk, that is pause, stress on words, hand movement, hand movement, sound. Sound means we are doing the communication by different languages. Hand movement, that is noddings. Eye movement means winking, closeness, coming to close someone. Okay, then facial expressions, postures, body contact, shaking hands. Okay, that will be non-verbal type of communication. In non-verbal type of communication, the whatever the symbols you have observed at the traffic signals, then at the hospitals, then at the roadsides. Okay, we have observed the number of signal sign conventions. Okay, near the hospitals, near the school areas. Okay, um, this type of whatever the symbols shown in the picture, that is nothing but the type of non-verbal communication. Here only sign conventions will be represented, and by seeing that here school areas, in the school areas speed limitations, then no smokings, then uh, stop, speed limit. Okay, then wrong ways, the areas are restricted for blowing the horns, taking u-turn is dangerous. Okay, then main workings. Okay, then overtaking is dangerous. Likewise, the number of symbols will be seen at the roadsides. Okay, so that is nothing but the sign conventions, and that sign conventions is the type of non-verbal communication. Okay, here we have observed the different types of communication. In that case, we have studied what is communication, what are the purposes, what are the different elements of the communication process, then types of communication. In the types of communication, we have studied verbal, non-verbal communication, spoken, written communication, then formal and informal communication. We have studied types of communication, that is upward communication, downward communication, which is the type of vertical communication, and horizontal communication that we have studied. Then oral communication, written communication, and non-verbal communication, that is the type of communication we have studied in this lecture. Okay, so those persons who are unable to talk, they will communicate with the gestures. Okay, and that communication will be, that is the method of proper communications. Okay, so we have observed the new channels for those who are unable to talk. Okay, so they can give the or transmit the message through the only gestures. Okay, that is the type of non-verbal communication. Okay, thank you. This is the end of the lecture. The next topic we will see in the upcoming lecture. Thank you.